and then press this button up here, and this takes me over here.
60.
There we go.
59. 58.
This is a countdown
57,
to the Slade and Mason
56,
show.
55. 54. This
53,
continues to be a countdown to the Slade
it
and
Sunday?
Mason show. 50. 49.
We need to find something else that I got
to the
to say in
countdown
between.
to the Slade and Mason
45.
show.
Should we change up the
44,
beginning?
43. This is the
Uh,
continuing countdown to the
41.
Slade and Mason
40,
show. 39.
Oh,
38.
They have
Right
to
now.
say,
You're listening to the
36.
countdown. 35. To the
35.
Slade and
34.
Mason show. 33.
No one can hear you when he's talking real loud. What?
Yeah, I know. It's like, that's okay. It was just an insignificant point.
Oh. Should we change it up?
No, don't. It's like, again, it's like, yeah, you and Devin Carlton, man. Let's just change everything up when we just don't like it.
Yes. 10. This is our countdown to the
He's
Slade
set
and
for more
Mason
than
show.
15 years, and he's like, oh, let's just monkey with it.
There we go. 3, 2,
Here we go.
1.
You're out.
Now broadcasting from the Dan Mason Studios, deep in the heart of Virginia. It's the Slade and Mason Show.
Hi, I'm J.D. Slade.
I'm Dan Mason,
And this is the Slade and Mason Show.
Good morning, Mr. Slade.
I got some loud hands. Good morning, Mr. Mason.
I'm going to put a mask on them and tell them to quiet down. Good morning. And welcome to November 29th, the last Slade and Mason show for this month. I hope. All right. So
okay,
so
vacation time.
people wonder. They say to themselves, what am I
What
listening
do you guys do?
What do you guys do? Well, this is the Slade and Mason show. It's all about you and us. Well, it's just like a radio program
It is not. Stop telling that lie.
where we share with you news stories and things that we see throughout the week. It is our
It's not
take.
like any radio show you're going to ever hear. I promise you.
It's just our take on it. Basically,
Hear a regular radio show say, "Hey, mother."
or even an insinuation of such. It's just our take, unless of course we're doing like a sportscast.
Like I say, you start bringing up the Lord and people's mothers, and you can have all kinds of fun.
Oh my gosh, guys, it's just our take on it. Please, we're just basically saying the things you're thinking, but you'd never hear on the radio.
George, and I'm not, man. Come on.
We're just having fun. Don't take it too seriously. Just enjoy. All the music is brought to you by Dano Music. Dano Music, because we are such cheap bastards. Let's see.
Let's see that mark there. So you got to edit that.
What, bastard?
You always edit out my curse words.
Yeah, but your curse words are a little more flavorful.
They have a more colorful breath to them.
Yours have a certain punch to them. Let's see. As always, we are brought to you by I See Something, I See Treats. And let's see, we have an Instagram page from like 2016. You get to go check that one out.
You ever change that picture?
I don't know how to do it.
I would. Well, it's like, I don't know, because I never go to Instagram either. So
I'd have to log in somehow and figure out how to get past the password. But I don't know. All right. Hey, real quick, guys, there is a subscribe button on your page right now that you're looking at. Go ahead. Look at your phone. Go ahead. Look at your phone. See the phone? See that little
Why am I
button?
looking at my phone? Why am I looking at my phone? It's like I'm looking at my computer. Come on.
See where it says subscribe to Slade and Mason Show? Go ahead and click that. We'll wait.
I don't have that. Oh, that's because I'm in the business here. So.
Oh, okay. So anyway, as long as you've done that, that's a great thing. If not, please do so. Make sure you share this with other people. Let them know that, sadly, yes, you do listen to the Slade and
Just
Mason Show.
annoy all your friends by sending them links to the show.
They're like, What is he doing? Why am I getting this? What is going on here?
Well, I got hacked a couple of weeks ago.
No, what happened?
Facebook page got hacked, and so it's funny because I got hacked after somebody else got hacked, and they sent me something that helped me get hacked. So they sent a video clip. Well, at least the hackers sent a video clip that no one could open. And I started getting messages from people like my brother in Pennsylvania go, "Hey, man, did you send me this link? I can't open it."
Oh, my God.
He said, "I think you've been hacked."
Yeah, you think?
I had. So I was going to let the account just suffer a very, very slow death.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm a pseudo celebrity, again, there are people who care whether I fart in the morning or, again, things like that. So it's like I have to let them know everything that I do. So I had to go back and then reset my password to something that I, again, it was like really weird. I've had the most problem with computers here lately because besides this changing of my password on Facebook, which I didn't, and I told you about the problem I have with their vision and their view and what my view should look like.
Yes.
Two different things.
We've talked about
But all right, so I finally got it. I finally got registered for Medicare.
Oh.
Finally got it. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to go back there and I'm going to have to tell somebody to correct it because I tried to put in my post office box and it wouldn't accept it.
Why?
So I put in the street address and it did accept it.
Okay.
But I don't get mail at the street address.
Well, then put a change of address request through.
Well, actually, I'm just going to call Social Security and say, "Hey, you guys need to add this address to it." Boom.
So what happens when when someone mails you something to your home address?
I guess it goes to the dead letter office because it's like I had a shirt that I ordered a couple of months ago, and I think the same thing happened. It's like, again, because I never got my shirt, and it was such a cool shirt. I paid $55 for the damn thing.
Dang.
And now I'm just like, oh, well, okay, I just write that up.
So
See, if this was Dan Mayson would he'd be putting out his eyeglasses and bringing out his microscope and such, and and going to every little nook and cranny to get that $55 back.
We will find out where this is being hidden at this time. Poindexter will find.
Okay, good.
All right, let me get into my rant.
Yes, please, by all means.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's like we just come through the pig sloppingest holiday that you could ever go through. And I'm talking about Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to be thankful for? Thankful that you put in more food than you would ever eat in a week and that you're going to probably plug the toilet up and so that Black Friday is the best day for plumbers in the world?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, are you glad because it's like there are countries where you ate more than their whole country eats in the course of a year?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you happy because, well, it's like you got to show that your belly was bigger than their belly.
Uh-huh.
And now you can make all kinds of gross noises for the next 3 or 4 hours? If that is the case, then God love you. But let me tell you what I did on Thanksgiving, and it was a very intentional plot. Yeah, I know that my partner, he was going, "Oh, I'm not going to celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm not going to do anything with Thanksgiving." Blah, blah, blah. Well, I already knew I wasn't going to. But do you know what I had for Thanksgiving as a meal?
I know what you had, but I don't think the listening audience knows.
I had a bowl of Raisin Bran and a peanut butter sandwich.
No jelly?
No jelly. I mean, I have jelly, but I just didn't want any jelly on it. But there are people who went, "Oh, poor JD." No.
I didn't do that.
No.
I didn't do that.
Look, it wasn't poor JD. It was my choice. That's what I wanted. I don't want the big turkey dinner. Although the next day I got a couple of people who brought me the entire turkey dinners. It's like, I mean, but anyway, it was what I wanted. And you know what? I even went to bed early so that I could get a good night's start on Black Friday. Because like I say, I did. I think that we've gone entirely hog wild. I have a friend who she is an angel in the kitchen. I mean, she puts it down. But you know what? Even this year, she said, normally, I seem to cook and I cook for 25. This time I only cooked for 6.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Again, it's like, and I don't think I'll ever cook for that big again. Again, because it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And I give anybody credit who spends that 18 hours in the kitchen rattling them pots and pans and just for a 20-minute meal and then 3-hour cleanup.
Yep.
We already talked about that. But I think that the gluttony factor, and especially in this day and age, the gluttony factor has just gone entirely too far. And see, we're about to head into the most gluttonous season of all. Again, it's the I want season.
Yeah.
And I am hoping if anything has come out of 2020, that we get rid of the I want syndrome. Instead of I want to do. I want to give. I want to share. Because it's like for the last few years, it's gotten to be absolutely disgusting. The greed and gluttony and how much I want and how much I'm going to get. And it's like it's going to be this. And if it doesn't, it's like I'm not going to like it. And da.
Worse than the 80s? Would you say worse than the 80s?
It's getting there. Wow. It is getting there because, like I say, number one, the technology is a lot different than the 80s even.
Mm-hmm. And
so when someone says, I'd like a phone, in the 80s, oh, hey, okay, here's this princess phone. Here you go.
We're going to Radio Shack.
when I want a phone, it's like, it's $1,500 that we're looking at right out the bat.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe I'm starting to show my age now because I'm starting to think, doggone these young people with that right there. But it is true. Like I say, I learned gratitude when I was a kid. That was one of the lessons that I learned. I learned thank you, no thank you, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir.
Mm-hmm.
And I have seen more stories in the course of my other career where people they call them ugly Christmas sweaters that they got from grandma. Maybe that's all grandma had. Maybe grandma's unlimited income and grandma can't go to the store and just buy you that.
Yep.
Instead of saying thank you and I love it and then regift it. No, it's like you're going to complain about it and you're going to let everybody know that this is what grandma gave you and how dare she. It's like, again, she ought to be drummed out of the family for giving anybody this junk. We need to learn gratitude again. We need to learn that it's not the giving, again, and I hate to get all serious and melodramatic about this, but I have come to dislike this time of year for this very, very reason. Every year it gets worse and worse, and it's like, and all you got to do is walk into any department store and watch the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It is not like, again, I wonder if I've been good enough to deserve this. It's like I want and I'm going to get, and that's what I want. I want that. It's kind of sad, and it's like, and now it's like, and I know I'm getting old because, like I say, this is the stuff that old folks talk about and how ungrateful kids are today. But it's true. It is more than true, and I'm just kind of hoping that maybe this will be the year. Oh, no.
Nah. Socrates has been complaining about this for
2,000 years.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it's interesting you mention that because I could be, there are two ways of being a parent. And I guess one is being a hard nose and the other one is not so much. But I'm thinking in the end, kids figure it out. I mean, you get older and you're like, wow, I tried that 16 times. It doesn't work anymore. I guess I have to do something different. So I think over time people do learn.
I have to prove that I'm not insane.
Stop it by the fourth time, right?
But it is, and it's like, and it, again, and Thanksgiving has always been an eye opener for me because I think, here we are, the greatest democracy in the world. Nobody should be hungry on Thanksgiving. Even if they only have a bowl of Raisin Bran and a peanut butter sandwich, they should be able to have that. And there were people who did not have that on Thanksgiving. And that makes me sad too, because like I say, we have so much, we throw away so much, we give away so much, we get rid of so much.
Yep.
And again, I've never understood why restaurants can't give away the food that they've overcooked, or schools.
They would gladly, gladly give away the food. I have friends. Yeah. I have friends in the food industry. They can't give the food away.
They can't,
because it's been prepared for something else or someone else, and it's the I don't know, the health department, the FDA, the EDA, the MOUSE. It's
it's like I consider that to be horse shit.
Yeah, I know, but
this is where we go wrong, and again, we've got all these solutions for how we can blow up a third world country, but we can't feed the folks that are right here that need it the most. And this is what gets to me, and this is one of the things that I've been very, very passionate about my entire radio career. Again, for years and years and years, it's like I went and I raised toys for kids that weren't going to have a Christmas, and now it's like I find I have to do food drives.
Yep.
And toy drives and clothing drives. Again, it's like, and I only have so many drives in me.
I know. And it shouldn't be that way in this nation. I agree with you.
It shouldn't be. And it's like, again, and I can only hope that maybe, just maybe this year will be the year that we'll actually look back and go, you know what? Let's just be together. Let's just have a good time together. And let's not worry about what's under the tree.
We'll see about that.
That's not going to happen, because it's like I said, I heard people already talking about, it's like I went online and it's like I called Amazon.
It's interesting you mentioned tree.
You're going to tell me a sad story about a tree?
Well,
Charlie Brown tree?
It's a Charlie Brown tree. We picked up a Charlie Brown tree yesterday. It is the spindliest looking, scrawniest looking. It's a pencil. It's a pencil, ladies and gentlemen. It's got some green stuff on the
top, and it just turns the whole tree upside down.
You know how you get the tree and you bring it in the house, and the branches finally relax and open. Nope, this sucker ain't relaxing it. Oh, baby. And let me tell you, the Christmas trees, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't picked up your Christmas tree yet, and you're looking for what's referred to as a live Christmas tree, and you don't want to have an artificial tree, you better get your butt in gear, because we went down to, I'll share with you where I found it. We found it at Lowe's, and I would say better than 60% of the trees were already gone. So, and they're not growing any more this year. So that's it. After the last 40%.
Okay. Hold on a second, brother.
And mind you,
what is today's date?
It is November 29th, which means you've got to keep this sucker alive
for over a month.
And remember, when it starts to turn white, that's not snow, that's mold. So, just a little reminder to you there. Because
if you have your elf on a shelf that happens to have a lit cigarette, there goes in flames. All right. The fire department ends up making its money for the year. So. Stop that.
Oh, my gosh. So getting a live Christmas tree is a little bit of work. So I got a brand new stand for it.
Hey, listen.
I got a gallon.
If I had not moved, I would still have the tree that I had when I was a child.
No,
it was the cutest little 4-foot silver tree, and you'd get the little whirling, rotating light that would turn it blue and green and red.
Plug it in.
Yeah, again, and it's like, and you could put lights on it, and you didn't have to worry about the lights burning the tree up.
Nope.
Because and when it was all said and done, you didn't have that mess to clean up where leaves have dropped and needles dropped all over the floor, and again, you didn't have the fire hazard of having candles. You could put candles on this tree and not have to worry about them burning.
It's metal. Ting ting ting.
Again, and I'm not sure, but I think that the very next tree I get is going to be another 4-foot silver tree.
Oh
I'm just I had it for all those years when I was a kid. I'm not kidding you. I think Mom got that tree when I was like 8.
Oh my God.
And we used it every year. And the only thing we had to replace was the light bulb and the twirling color wheel.
Was that your angel on the top?
Oh, no, you couldn't put no angel on the top because it had one of those little bushy things, and you couldn't mash it down or you would bend the. Shut up. You're just laughing at my childhood now. See, again, it's the trauma of my childhood, and you're just laughing about it. Thanks a lot. That's all right, but you know what?
Yeah.
Let me just tell you what. When I got under the tree, all the presents were for me. Unlike the Murphy household, which had 15 children and you each got a toothpick for Christmas.
Oh my gosh. No, it was interesting because every year we somehow, mom and dad, found a way to make sure we all had stuff, but it was like, 80% clothes.
Yeah, that's right, because you needed clothes more than you needed toys, that's for sure.
What'd you get? I got another pair of pants.
I got the 6 pair of underwear.
all wrapped up.
How many girls?
It was 5 girls, 6 boys.
It's like, I got lipstick. I got eyeshadow.
What?
I got a rock.
Yeah. No, that rock is useful. You can use it as a hammer. You can hold down pieces of paper with it. It's really useful.
It's an original paperweight.
Yeah. There are no two exactly like it.
So, so this year, again, the last couple of years, it's like, first off, I went through the idea. Well, look, man, it's like, number one, it's a lot of work to go out and talk about doing shopping. So you just give them money. It's always the right color.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like, I started realizing, then my kids started having kids, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. Now is the time when they should be honoring me. They should be sending me stuff.
That's right.
I'm the grandfather.
But now you're at the age where you don't want anything.
That's it. I don't want anything, and I don't want to give anything. It's like, so, again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and may God love you, and may your milk and cookies never go sour.
I'm going to be a hermit and sit at home all day long. There you go.
I'm telling you, listen, Thanksgiving, that's what I did. It's like I say, I thought, what do I want? Yeah, 2 scoops of raisins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Raisin Bran. That's Raisin Bran and a peanut butter sandwich. And like I said, I told somebody that story, and you should have seen their look, man. It's like they got the most depressed look.
You're sitting there going, it was great because
it was
didn't
great,
have to clean up. There was no cooking involved.
That's what I wanted.
No leftovers.
It made my mouth feel good, So, but no. So, but there again, there are, again, like I say, there are people who live on excess, and it's like, and that's another thing. I have found that as I'm getting older, I'm starting to thin out. Again, I used to. Well, maybe I'll save this and not. No, it's like I'm going in the trash.
All right.
It's going in the trash. Because I don't. Number one, it's like I know what my mom did to our old house. You remember the old house?
Mm-hmm. I do.
mean, there was crap everywhere. You could not run through a room.
Now, she was of that generation that went through the Depression.
Yep. And it's like we're going to save every dish towel.
Right.
And every doily.
Yep.
And every blanket.
Yep.
And every pillowcase. And it's like, and I'm like, I went into the chest, and even the chest was all rotted out. So I was like thinking, oh, yeah, it's really doing a good job on this stuff. And there's big holes in the blankets and things like that. And she, oh, but we're going to have those.
I remember, and this, I think my sister Connie did this. Okay. There was a instructions for using old plastic bags that you use for bread. And what you would do is you weave them a certain way, and you could make a small area rug. And that's how far people got. People who suffered through the Great Depression just would milk that to death. Yeah, they wouldn't throw anything away. Nope, nothing gets thrown away. Oh, I can be fixed. Okay, that's great.
So I grew up with that, and it's like, and when Mom finally left this earthly reward.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's like I had a field day. I was throwing stuff out of windows. It's like, there was big old rowdy piles of blankets on the yard.
Oh,
it's like, again, and then it's like I found the other treasure. She just happened to love glassware. But it wasn't good glassware. It was that cheap glassware that you would get. Like, you do remember the detergent they used to give you glasses?
Yes. Hey, do you remember going to like Esso and getting like NFL glasses that would go with you? Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, my first encyclopedia was a Funkin' Wagnall that I got from the A&P.
There you go.
Every week.
Oh, you'd have to buy.
Every week.
That's right. You got the. Mom, Jay is out. Can we get Jay?
But you know, see, again, these kids don't know anything about that kind of stuff. It's like, you know, again, we lived through that, and you're right.
Gosh.
And it wasn't J, it was always R and S, and that's where all the information was.
Oh my gosh! That's
Thank you
fun.
for that, thank you, Mr. Mason. It's
Yeah.
like you rotten SOB. It's like, I'll get you for this.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, so all right. So I'm going to move this to the top of my list here. Let me get this over here. Let me copy. Because I got to keep track of what we talk about. Otherwise, people go, "What'd you guys talk about?" I go, I've got a flipping clue. now, and it will be coming up in just a few minutes here. But as you know, as a goof, I did the Carmine DeGuzio Christmas album.
I love that album.
It's just an ad. It doesn't exist. Right.
Oh.
It speaks of 37 songs that don't exist that Carmine DeGuzio did. But I have accepted a challenge from my son who said, you know, you really ought to put that together as an album. I said, are you out of your mind? That's 37 songs.
John or Peter?
Paul.
Oh, right, Paul. Yes, sir. I knew there was hope for you yet.
Yeah. So he says, I'll tell you what if I could find all the music in the public domain?
And he can. He can.
He said, would you do it? And I said, and I'm thinking back to a full year of Today in History, and thinking, how in God's name did I do a full year of that?
You did,
and
now I'm asking you to get 37 songs together.
And I thought, sure, why not?
I got to tell you, Dan, it's like, you know, from the first time I played that parody spot on my radio show, I rolled every time I had the opportunity to hear it. You know, again, it just, and I can't wait. So it's very possible that this holiday season, we could have.
Oh, no. Not this quick, not this early, not this fast. No way. No.
2021.
Probably for 2021. First off, we got to get past this year. We got to pass this year. We can get past this year.
We got 37 days. So what?
Yeah, and then we're done. We're just done.
Yeah, that's it. You know, again, remember Y2K? Everything was going to blow up and such.
Oh yeah.
That's going to happen December 31st. End of civilization.
It was a 20-year delay.
Oh my! Hey, wait a minute. We're going long here, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, then let me hit this button and then we'll be right back.
There you go. Yeah,
For this break. Sadly, however, we will return to the Slade and Mayson show.
Turn your pod down.
Today in history, November 29th, 800. Charlemagne arrives at Rome to investigate the allegational crimes of Pope Leo III. Leo? Why, he wouldn't be lying. Joke. 1783, an 8.3 magnitude earthquake strikes New Jersey, yet the smell lingers on. 1877, Thomas Edison demonstrates his phonograph for the first time. I think it was the White Album. 1929. U.S. Admiral Richard Byrd becomes the first person to fly over the South Pole. And boy, were his arms tired. Tired. Bird. Get it? And finally, 1972, Atari announces the release of Pong, the first commercially successful video game. You plugged it into your TV. You had this little side panel, was basically a big long letter L. And on the other side of the screen, you had a big long letter, L on that side, and a dot. Okay, it was a period. And it went from one side of the screen to the other, and you had to move those little L's up and down the length of the screen to keep the period from hitting the other side. And from there was just a hop, skip, and a jump from Donkey Kong. I'm Dan Mayson, and that's November 29th.
Swing your car around and round and promenade around the sound.
Hey, Dano, you know that this player is not very consistent.
Well, the great thing is, it's almost over.
Sorry about that, gang. But now we must return you to the Slade and Mayson show.
I think that's when we lose most of our listeners.
I'm J.D. Slade.
I'm Dan Mayson.
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
Well, welcome back, boys and girls. That was the Mississippi.
I mean, you listen to it and it's like, and you hear him, he's going really strong, and then all of a sudden he loses his place.
That, of course, was ZZ Top with legs.
Hey, and before we get into the portion of the program, you brought back an instant memory of mine in Today in History.
Oh, my gosh. Which? The phonograph?
Pong. No, Pong.
Oh, Pong.
I have to tell you a quick story. There was a guy who was working at a radio station, and he was the news guy. And he liked to indulge in cannabis type things. Mm-hmm. And so we were a perfect pair. Every Sunday night, God send, we would get together at 11 o'clock and we would play. Well, we would indulge in our bad habit. And then we would play an hour of Pong. Now, if you remember how intense Pong could get, just imagine being stoned. And it's like, you got that little one and it gets smaller and smaller and it gets faster and faster and you are just going nuts. Well, then, okay, we would play for an hour. And by that hour, man, it's like so then we would indulge again to
hit the reset button.
Yeah. All right. And then you know what we would do? We would watch an hour of Ernest Angley. Now, for those of you who do not know who Ernest Angley is, because I believe he is still alive and he's still preaching, he is this cute little redneck preacher. And he'd talk like this, and he'd say, "Oh, we've got all kinds of things for you today, and our gospel and for him." And his program was very formulaic. The program would open, and he would come out, and he would tell you where he's going to be for the next 16 weeks. And then his four male choir would come out, and they would sing a song. And then the announcer type guy would come out and tell you that Reverend Ainsley is going to be talking about blah, 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 blah today. And here is Reverend Ernest Ainsley. Hello, my friends, and I. And then you go through 40 minutes of that. And after the 40 minutes, then he would start the really good stuff. Now, we are baked to the gills by this time. And it's like, and he start healing people. All right. So he would always start the same way. Your name and the town in which you are from. Well, I'm from Augusta, Georgia, and it's like I can't talk. And he would go and he'd slap him in the mouth and go, "Be healed."
I feel much better. Thank you.
Declaration of Independence. Your name and the town in which you are from. Oh, I'm from Rome, Georgia, and I can't walk very well.
Ooh, yeah, I can walk.
I have to use this cane to get around. Then Ernest Ainsley would take the cane and he'd throw the cane away. I'd go, "Heal." And this is the funniest stuff that we would watch. We would watch this every week. And it's like when he'd get the blind people up there and the deaf people, he would stick his fingers in their ear and he'd go, "Out, foul demon, get out." And then he would snap his fingers in there and go, "Baby, baby." They'd go, "Baby, baby." Oh, God.
That's
I am
terrible.
going right to hell for that. I really am. But that's what Howard and I used to do on Sunday nights. And then after an hour of Ernest Ainsley, we'd go back to Pong.
Wow.
I think such an exciting life. I really do.
Okay. So anyway, that was the Mississippi Sawyer fiddling Forrest Delk and his gully jumpers. I can't make this stuff up. The song sucked, but what a great title. And that was in commemoration of today being National Mississippi Day.
You know.
Anyway.
If I was from Mississippi, Dan, you know, I would come up and find you and slap you. I really would just slap all the taste out of your mouth.
Be healed that you can't taste. All right. This section of the Slade and Mayson Show is brought to you by I See Something Icy Treats. Brought to you by I See Something Icy Treats. This is brought to you by I See Something Icy Treats. Yeah. All right. So anyway, Icy said something. Icy Treats is a shaved ice treat truck run by my buddy Sheila Keenan. You can give her a call at 804-617-8827. 804-617-8827. Huh?
Again.
Oh, 804-617-8827. Now, what is Icy something icy? Anybody?
I'm willing to guess that it's probably some shaved icy treat.
That's correct. As a matter of fact, there are two beautiful Italian iced shaved machines that they use, and they put these huge 15-pound blocks of ice on top, and the machine rotates the ice, and this beautiful.
These were Italian ice cutters.
Oh man, yeah, these are huge long blades too, so you don't want to get like your tongue in there or anything like that. So it
use it under women,
and it drops down like snow into these cups, and then they shave them in, and then they put the flavoring on top, and that's it. It's very simple, very clean, very delicious. Give them a call at 804-617.
I want to see this ice become this silky film.
I should do that. I should get a picture at one time when she's making it or Al's making it.
Like I said, just the how it becomes a film as opposed to just chunky. You know what I mean?
It's really pretty cool. It's just like it looks like a miniature snow cloud just coming down. Wow. I don't know how else to describe it. Anyway, www.iceymethine, leave the G off for goodness sakes, at icey.com. They're also on Instagram with the underscore lines for the spaces, and Facebook, I See Something Icy. Again, 804-617-8827. So if you have a birthday party, if you're doing like a corporate event, a fundraiser, something like that, and you're looking to treat people, this is like the way to go. It's a lot of fun. Give her a call, 804-617-8827. Tell her that Dan Mayson and J.D. Slade from the Slade and Mayson show told. That's one of the flavors. That's one of the flavors. Pina colada is one of the flavors. Anyway, that's what's going on there. Yeah. So 804-617-8827, 804-617-8827, and that is what's next on my list to talk about. So,
all right, my dog. So listen, there's hope for us yet.
No, there isn't.
Last night. Now listen, last night the combined age of the combatants was 105 years old.
I don't know what you're going with.
All right, last night there was an exhibition boxing match. And who do you think the combatants were?
No, wait. Did I read something about the fact that if there's one scratch, they were going to end the fight?
Yes. Because it's like, number one, you got two 50-year-olds in there basically doing a very harmful thing. So they did have clauses in there. You know, again, it's like if somebody dies, the fight is over. That kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But Mike Tyson,
oh wow,
once known as the baddest man on the planet, and a boxer who was once known as pound for pound the best boxer in the world, Roy Jones Jr. At 51 years old, Mike Tyson's 54, and I got to tell you. Listen, I watched some of the sparring film footage. Hey, Tyson still looks like he's the baddest man on the planet. I mean, this guy is cut. Don't let them gray hairs in his beard fool you. This guy is cut, and it's like, and he's still fast, and he's still got these hands of stone. Again, and he, it was supposed to be an exhibition last night, but hey, Mike came out there, exhibition nothing. If I hit you, I'm gonna knock you down. I mean, that's the way he took it. But that might be the start of a new old folks federation. Us old folks have gotten too old to do it on the ice or on the boards or in the court or on the field. They'll get together and they'll have all competition, but of course they're going to also have to have those stimulating codicils, because like I say, you can't have 57-year-old people trying to run sprints and things like that, because if they have that big coronary, ooh,
that's not going to look good.
Ratings will go through the roof, but
that's about it.
So anyway, like I say, yeah, Mike Tyson, and so they had an exhibition, and they used 2-minute rounds instead of 3-minute rounds. They used oversized gloves, so it's like hitting somebody with a pillow.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like anybody got cut, the fight was going to stop. Again, and like I say, if anybody died, the fight would stop too.
Wow. And who won?
It was called a draw. And I knew that. I knew that because you can't have either one of these guys lose. So yeah, it was a draw. But Mike Tyson's looking at this like, that felt pretty good, slapping somebody upside the head with a leather glove.
I think I
might want to do this again. Yeah. Well, again, Mike Tyson's had an interesting career to say the least.
Wait?
I'll never forget.
Did you watch the whole thing?
No.
Well, you didn't watch
do that.
I don't know.
No.
Maybe.
Overall, it was called a draw. That's all I needed to know.
Okay.
But I'll never forget Mike Tyson. This just goes to show you how your wife can just really blow you all up on national TV. When Mike Tyson's wife, Robin Givens, told Barbara Walters that, yeah, Mike's got a tendency for violence. He actually sat on Barbara Walters' couch and said that.
Oh,
that was
really?
the end of Mike Tyson's career. That was the end of Robin Givens' career. And Barbara Walters just laughed all the way to the bank.
Yeah. I mean, he's a boxer, girl. What did you expect? I mean,
exactly. I mean, he gets paid to beat people up.
Yes.
So, and you gotta have a certain mentality to be able to do that first off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like a light switch that you can just turn on and off.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get aggravated, it's, again, and that testosterone starts rolling in you, you're not giving a darn whether she's got breast or a penis. It's like you're gonna smack something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, it's like I married an artist. He kind of keeps to himself. What were you expecting?
Exactly. Again, and especially when you're married to a guy who's known as the baddest man on the planet. I mean,
it's a lot to live up to. You gotta get it going there.
We're not having a tea party when we get together, obviously.
Right. Hey, before we run out of time.
Oh, is it that time already? My God. Oh, yes, I can hear it, so I guess I better get ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And everybody else.
United States has the fattest population in the world, and there is a reason for it. It's because we don't stop putting things in our mouth. And I'm going to give you more reasons why we are the fattest society in the world. Delish magazine says Applebee's is celebrating the holidays with reindeer punch. The $5 drink contains Smirnoff vodka, cranberry juice, sweet and sour cherries. Oh, yeah. Well, you put that in you. Yeah. Delish magazine also says that Cinnamon Toast Crunch churro cereal has hit store shelves at Walmart and other stores. Are you kidding? Churro cereal? Toast Mom says Duncan is going to sell their iced coffee in bottles. The Girl Scout-inspired flavors include s'mores, Thin Mints, and coconut caramel. Ew. I just can't imagine any coffee tasting like any of those. Totally the Bomb says Elf on the Shelf cereal has hit store shelves. The cereal has vanilla candy cane cookies and marshmallows. Diabetes, here we come. The List magazine says Sam's Club is celebrating the holiday by selling half-pound Reese peanut butter cups.
Oh, my gosh.
Each packet contains 3 cups. I mean, do you know how big that's going to be for one Reese peanut cup if you got a half-pound? Oh, my God.
I know people who eat that.
Oh, God. I wouldn't even try it, believe it or not. All right, let's see here. Seattle PI says that Seattle's Salt and Straw Ice Cream Shop is selling several Thanksgiving-inspired flavors, including salted caramel Thanksgiving turkey. The ice cream is infused with crispy turkey skin, brittle, and duck fat.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm not done yet. The sweet potato casserole ice cream is infused with brown sugar, cinnamon, whipped maple fluff, pecans, and sweet potatoes. Ew!
See, that one I have a better time with, but bits of chunky bits of turkey chunk I can't.
Well, here we go. How about the roasted peach and sage cornbread stuffing ice cream? It's got cornbread cookies, herbs, and sage. They're starting the kids out younger, making these more unhealthy treats for you. All right, here we go. The Sun says that a 7-year-old London boy is selling a new stuffing flavored ketchup on Amazon. Birdie's stuffing ketchup is infused with onion, sage, parsley, and breadcrumbs. It costs $4 a bottle. The ketchup is available for a limited time. I hope not limited enough. All right. Walmart says that they were. Oh, you know what? Have you ever had a Patti LaBelle sweet potato pie?
No, but I make my own.
Well, I'll tell you what. Listen,
No.
if you ever get the chance, it's like, do it, but don't pay $25 for it. Walmart says that they're selling 25 Patti LaBelle sweet potato pies a minute prior to the Thanksgiving. Some pies have been resold on eBay for $60. And I leave the best story for last. Are we ready? ABC News says that the Mint Marijuana Dispensary in Tempe, Arizona, sold cannabis-infused turkey gravy and cannabis-infused side dishes for Thanksgiving. Their cranberry sauce, cornbread, and gravy each contain 250 milligrams of cannabis. They gave away free butterball turkeys with every gravy and side dish order. The Thanksgiving sides alone cost $100. I guess so. The turkey was only $14, man. If you put all that pot and all that other stuff, yeah, it becomes very expensive. And that's why we are the fattest nation in the world, because once you eat this stuff, guess what? You get the munchies.
Whoops. The stop didn't stop. That is really frightening.
Thank you. And remember, you heard it here first.
Yes. And you know what? That's the biggest problem. It's I'm really good at cooking. And that's the problem, because I'll just go into the kitchen and I'll just make something, And and of course I have children who go, "Oh, there's nothing to eat in the house." And I go, "What are you talking about?" So I'm sitting down last night and I'm like, brownies. Yeah, I can make brownies. Yeah. And not that type, JD. Not that type. No, not that type. No. But that's the problem. See, I'm one of those, never trust a thin chef. Yeah, I'm not that issue. So I'm not obese, but I'm not a rail either. So that's the problem. I know how to cook, and I think that's a problem for me. See, that's not
Why?
good. Well, because just that. I know how to make things like I'll be able to, and usually it's all like comfort food. I'm really good at making comfort food.
Of course, they're comfort food. It's like that's why you end up gaining 40 pounds.
That's right. And I don't know what to do about that because, it's
shut your damn mouth.
No.
Just shut up.
Well, and that's the other. So I've decided I don't cook as much as I used to, and it's like I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, let me tell you something. It's like I mean, I have to tell you because, of course, I'm diabetic, and that's a known fact. And it's like, and it never fails at this time of year. Everybody and their brother wants to feed me, feed me cookies and feed me candy and feed me cakes and that. Well, here's the way I avoid all that. Number one, when I know that I'm going to see someone who is a cooker, I come out and go, boy, lunch was sure good. I couldn't eat another bite. If I'm going to end up being around people who are, of course, rather have sampled more of their food than they should have, then I tell them that I'm watching my weight, and you should be watching yours because everybody else is.
The gloves came off.
And then, like I say, and then it's like the other way is to just stay away from people because, again, like I say, you know me, and I don't look like I have missed many meals in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And
but you're not wasting away either.
I don't know why people think that I'm just starving away and just whittling away to nothing. I did lose some weight, but it's because I needed to lose some weight. Again, you just can't carry all that poundage as you get older.
Yeah.
To be a little heavier on you. So, but yeah, like I say, there are people just determined they're going to feed me, and again, and rather than insult them, hurt their feelings, and if they bring me plates, it's like again, if it doesn't go right into the trash, I give it to somebody else.
Yeah,
I re-gift it.
Yeah, but it's like I guess I've spent a better part of my life, learning. I think we talked about this way early back. Was when I'd go into the kitchen And I go, wow, it'd be really fun to make bread. And my mother's sitting there going, you can't make bread. Bread can't be made at home. It's never successful. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. That's terrible. I didn't know you can't make bread at home.
You were going to prove her wrong.
And I did. And I was like, wait a minute. Here's a recipe. And it says, ooh, bread doesn't have to be very difficult to make. Make it like a pancake batter. So I made it like a pancake batter. Yeah. And then you slowly add the flour. And hey, everything's wonderful.
You did, Dan Mayson. I know what you did, Dan Mayson. See, Mom, I told you could do it. I look right here. So it's like, then she beat the hell out of you. Like, that's cool.
She probably did. So, and I think that's what happened. It always became.
Well, you got 15 kids, man. It's like it's kind of hard to talk about making a loaf of bread.
I had to make 9 at a time, not 9 loaves of bread. Are you eating that again? So, I
Wait, you never did say what you did on Thanksgiving.
Yes, I did. I did tell you. I called you on the phone. I told you exactly what I was going to do for Thanksgiving. And I stuck to it.
You see?
All right. Well, I will share it with you. Mr. Slade had, he had Raisin Bran and he had a peanut butter sandwich. Yes. And I promised I was going to go low key this year. And I went to Wawa and I got a gobbler plate. One for me and one for my son, Paul. Helen's a vegetarian, so she doesn't do that. So she made her own tofu something or another with something another and something another. But
tofu is like white duty. I can never look at it without thinking, boy, that looks like pigeon crap.
No, it's like marshmallows, but it doesn't taste as good. So, it's kind of like it's when you take egg whites and you cook up the egg whites and it's nothing but this kind of like a foam.
It's gelatinous egg white.
Dense kind of thing. Yeah, it's kind of like what tofu is, but it's not. It's like you take the soy and you like crumble it up, and I don't know how they do it, but anyway.
It looks like pelican droppings.
Yeah. So that's what I did. I picked up a couple of plates, one for Paul, one for myself, and that was Thanksgiving. No cleanup to do.
You had turkey, didn't you?
Yep, it had turkey, it had mashed potatoes, it had dressing, it had gravy, it had...
The whole idea of being different is not having any of that crap, which is why I had Raisin Bran and a peanut butter sandwich.
Well, everybody in my family wanted to know if I was okay because I wasn't doing a big, huge, humongous feeding.
Those days are over, Dan. Those days are over. We've had our day in the sun. Now it's time for this generation to get off their lazy barses and get out here and do something. I'm telling you, every once in a while I can convert into Patton in a heartbeat. It's like we've never lost the war and we never intend to. I'll tell you, these young people just don't know. My day, it's like we had to go out and kill the turkey. We had to go out and plant the greens. We had to pluck those greens and everything. You want to talk about a soft life.
But no, that was it. I mean, I was not going to do a full-blown dinner. It didn't make any sense.
And do you feel worse for not having put your all that?
No. And here's the deal. Everybody was posting pictures of plates of food. I'm like, there were like some of the families.
I should have sent a picture of my bowl of Raisin Bran.
There you go. But there were you figured there were like 3 people there because everybody was sheltered in place. It's up in New Jersey. Everybody sheltered in place. There's 3 people in the family, and the next thing you know, every countertop in the kitchen was completely filled with these huge dishes full of food, enough to feed like 47 people each dish. And I'm thinking, what?
Why?
That was insane. That was absolutely insane. So, yeah, I just decided it's just.
Like I said, Dan, the days of us doing the big things, over. Done.
Yeah.
No more.
Well.
If you don't do it by now, you're never going to. Don't bother to try because then you just look foolish.
Well, we'll see. Oh, man. Freddie, what? Oh.
I get that last word every week. I like that.
Man, that's not fair. All right. Well, that's
called Slade and Mayson show.
Then it should be. You should say last then, because my name.
I am. I always say last.
No, I mean I'm last, so I would have the last word.
Oh no, not in this world.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mayson,
and this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
All right.
Raisin bran peanut butter sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah. Quick trip to Wawa. Get myself a sandwich or a bowl.
You don't have to even cook nothing. You
That was
pick it up
great. Just pick it up and eat
throw
it.
it back. See, now I have to go home and I have to throw away all these dishes that I'm not going to eat because it's like, I'm a very picky eater. I'm a finicky eater. It's like, actually, you know what a finicky eater is, don't you? Real pain in the ass.
Say goodnight, Mr. Slade.
Good night, Mr. Slade. How many times do you have to go edit things out of this show?
Oh, quite a few.
You started it.
You did too, you big weenie.
Yeah, that's right. I have a big weed. That's right. We'll end up getting hard yet. They keep letting us come back, though. Boy, what cool.
I know. Let me change it. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, quack,
I got to go get some of that cannabis infused turkey. Now, if I had known about that, I might have done something different for Thanksgiving.
Stuff that in your bowl and smoke it.
Listen, $100 for all that, and that's not even the turkey. That's just the gravy. I mean,
Hey man, that's what most people spend on a turkey meal.
listen, if you're going to spend $100, you're going to get a 1/4 ounce of dope. So it's like your best bet is to just spend get the 1/4 ounce of dope, and you can smoke that shit for days. Oh, I guess we're done now, huh?
We're done now.
All right, no more funny. Get off.
All right.
Go home.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye. All right, team, you know the drill. So if you're enjoying the Slade and Mayson Show and you want to see more episodes, make sure you hit the subscribe button down yonder and hit the bell. You got to do both or something bad will happen. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.